Hey guys, what's up? It's MatchPoint here, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you on how to successfully hit wallbangs more often in Rainbow Six Siege. So if you do find this video useful, consider dropping a like on the video. And if you do have any questions after watching the video, then feel free to go ahead and ask them in my next Mixer livestream, as we will be discussing another topic to help you improve over there. The link will be down below, so make sure to check it out if you're interested. And if there are any topics that you'd like me to cover next, or if you have a specific topic that you are struggling with and would like me to cover it, well, comment it down below so I know to do them. If you are new around here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get on into it. First of all, we'll be starting off with, well, what is a wallbang? Well, a wallbang is when you are able to take out an enemy through a penetrable surface. Typically, these will be hit through soft walls and occasionally through barricades. And I will now be giving you some tips and tricks on how you can frequently hit more of these wallbangs. Well, first of all, let's start off with your crosshair placement. Now, crosshair placement is extremely important if you are trying to hit these wallbangs, as if you are aiming for the body when shooting through that soft wall, more than likely they are not going to be taken out, because quite frankly, you're going to be hitting multiple shots to go ahead and get them damaged. A good crosshair placement where you can easily aim for the head without having to adjust multiple times will allow you to go ahead and take out that enemy quicker, as we will be taking advantage of that one shot to the head mechanic. Now, if you still are struggling to think on why crosshair placement is so important, let me just go ahead and show you this example. As you can see here, I am engaged in a gunfight with Ella, and we are both directly looking at each other in the 1v1. And now I go ahead and decide to strafe to that right because my crosshair placement is directly on her head. Now, the reason why I decided to strafe or move to the right was simply because I knew I could use that soft wall to my advantage because I had that crosshair placement. And then it would provide me with cover, and as well as this, I knew I'd be able to take her out. And this is because my crosshairs were floating around her head, and it was only a matter of time for it to go ahead and hit it. Now, there are many different ways in which you can practice your crosshair placement. A personal favourite of mine has got to be T-Hunt, simply because you can go and head in, it's a very quick and it's a great way of warming up your aim. Now, there is one major misconception to this, and it is people will sometimes think that one tapping the enemy will go ahead and work, and it doesn't actually help to improve your crosshair aim, as you're obviously in a real game not going to be going around and one tapping the enemy. Instead, you're going to be using that automated fire. Therefore, you should try to make your practice as realistic as to the in-game. Therefore, you should try to limit yourself to headshots, but bearing in mind that it is okay if you hit that body shot, you're still learning. Now, there are two other main aspects that will affect it when you're trying to hit those wallbangs. And the second one that we're going to be talking about is flicking. Now, flicking is extremely important when you're coming to hit that wallbang, as if you do manage to hear something next to you, or you do manage to get that call out, you want to be able to track the enemy, be able to flick onto their point of position. While it may not apply to every situation, it can be extremely useful in most. As remember, if you do want to hit that wallbang, your reactions have got to be quick, as you can then react to your teammate's call out or whatever information you will be receiving. Again, there are many different ways you can practice this. For example, there is T-Hunt, which is a very good option, as when you're playing you will often find that many of the enemies will actually come up behind you and in random positions, which will have to cause you to go ahead and rotate and flick towards them. In addition to this, there are many aim trainers out there that you can go ahead and use, and they have specific courses that will help you to improve your tracking, your flicking and your reaction time. Now, the final aspect of this is going to be your information. When you go ahead and try to aim for this wallbang, you are obviously going to be receiving multiple information for you to actually be able to recognise where they are and hit that wallbang. There are many different types of information that you can receive, for example, callouts from your teammate. Map knowledge is another big one that is extremely important for you to be able to locate their position, and as well sound cues, such as a sound cue from a barbed wire. These are all very important things to consider, as if you can see in the example, we have gone ahead and made that sound cue with that barbed wire. And now we need to know where that sound cue is, so we need to keep it in our memory, and when they do enter through, we can go ahead and flick onto them. As you can see, when I do go ahead and shoot through that wall, if I have heard that sound cue, my shots will line up directly with their head where it will be when they enter through that barbed wire, which is why reaction time is really important. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you have all enjoyed. If you did, or you found this video useful, then make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more tips and tricks like this. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.